Welcome back to Indigo Soul Yoga. I am Stephanie. Today we have another morning chat. I usually record these after I have taught class in the morning. It is 6:40 a.m. and this topic of conversation, why don't people make time for their wellness or why don't they have time, is the topic of discussion. And this has come up multiple times over the course of years. I have been teaching yoga for 9 years. As of November, we will have been open for 7 years, brick and mortar. My business was established 8 years ago in December. So, little history of ISY. Anywho, why don't people have time for wellness? Why don't they make time? One of our yoga students, here, yoga Pilates students, I will not say her name. She comes to classes and she watches our videos. She has said to me and to other staff members, "It's so great here. I love classes. The team is amazing. I have felt all these changes in my body, in my spirit," just raving about her experience, which we are so grateful for. And then when different seasons of life happen for people, she's mentioned, "Oh my gosh, every class should be full. Why is this class full and that one's not? Or what's going on? Where are the people?" And this is what I say because I've been in wellness for 9 years, or I've been in wellness for 9 years. So I know people have different seasons, right? People are very busy, particularly here in the States. It depends on where you're located and what the climate is, what the culture is in regards to wellness and working and time. So as y'all know, this may, rub a few feathers, but I'm going to say it. We all have 24 hours in a day. We all have the same amount of time to apply to different things that are important, right? Okay, so we know. From there, your commitments, my commitments in life, they vary, right? So a person who is, let's say, 22 years old, they don't have a partner, they don't have any children, maybe they just finished college, trade school, they're kind of living fancy free, working, not a whole lot of commitments. They can do pretty much most of the things they want to do. But as we mature in life and our commitments change, our family dynamics change, the availability of our time changes. Time is finite. We all have that 24 hours in a day. And what are we going to do with the time we have? So as we mature, you get a significant other, y'all are dating, seeing what's happening. Maybe you were attending your yoga Pilates classes, you were going to meditation, perhaps you were going to the gym, you were running, marathoner, whatever your wellness choice is, you were committed to that. And then this life partner came along and time commitments changed, and perhaps you didn't go to classes as often, things changed, you were still making some time. So that's one thing. You and that partner decide to take the next step. Maybe you move into a long-term relationship, you move in together, you get married, things change, right? Your work dynamic, your work commitments change. Perhaps you were working 3 or 4 days a week, 8 hours. Now you're working 5 days a week, 8 to 12 hours, depending on what your job is. So there's less time for you to direct to your wellness. And then perhaps you have children. I myself have a child, and before we had our child, oh my gosh, y'all, I was doing CrossFit, I was running, yoga, Pilates, like most days of the week before we had our baby, before we got pregnant. Got pregnant, had the baby, life changed. It was ups and downs, like particularly with wellness, because there's less time, less energy, emotional impacts. So if you are a new mom, and even if your child is like 5 or less, you're still navigating. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom or dad or what have you. Postpartum, you're recovering from, trying to just figure out the schedule. You've gone back to work, your kids in daycare, you have to cook, you have to clean, and you're trying to figure out where do I have time? I do not have time. I have a secret for you. I have a secret. You do have time. I know you're probably like, Stephanie, no, I don't have time. You have to make time. You are important. If you don't take care of yourself, no one's going to do it. I've been in healthcare for a long time, well over a decade, and I see it. The person, right? The person who has been taking care of themselves, they end up moving into a caregiver role for their parents, their grandparents, for their children, their partner gets sick. And now when they were taking care of themselves, they're directing all of that energy to their family, and they're down on the totem pole, down on the totem pole. And then they get sick, right? So who's going to take care of you when you were taking care of them? You have to stay well. You have to invest in your health and wellness. And people say that, oh, it's expensive and I can't afford it. We can grow our own vegetables. Yes, it takes time, but it makes it cheaper, and you know what's going in your body. You can go to a food co-op, right? You can use coupons. I myself shop at Aldi. We also do bulk shopping at Sam's. Way to make the nutrition healthier and more affordable. And perhaps even you can have a shared membership to your Sam's, your Costco, your BJ's. Save a little bit of money because you usually get 2 people on the membership. Perhaps it's you and your best friend. Y'all split the membership in half. You save money, right? As far as physically moving your body, pro tip, from a person who is super busy, y'all, I get up at 3:30 to 3:45, 5 days a week. On the weekends, I am up between 5 and 6. I don't go to bed until after 9. I'm working on my sleep. Sleep is a priority for me, and that's something I'm really honing in on in 2024 and moving into 2025, because sleep is also wellness. Rest is wellness. What changed for me was getting up early. So I've been teaching the 5:30 a.m. class since 2022. We trialed an early morning class in the past, but the attendance never really picked up consistently. But we moved to this location in January of 2023, and we've been on and rocking with our 5:30 a.m. classes for the most part. We've made a few changes here and there, but we're keeping the classes on the schedule. But what I would do, I said to myself, so you're too tired. Like I've taught classes, I've worked all day, I've been present with my family, and now I have to exercise, and it's 8:30 at night. Ain't no way. Like, it ain't happening. Being real, you try, you want to get on the treadmill, you want to go for the walk, you have zero energy. If that is you, I was there. We were there together. Like, I remember it sucked, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm tired. My mood is affected. Like, I just don't feel good in my body or internally. I don't feel good inside or outside. Something has to change. And the change, my friend, starts with you. So this is what I was doing. I said, well, after class, I am going to exercise for 30 minutes. And I was kind of hit or miss doing that, because after class, people would want to stay and we would chat and things like that. And so that impacted that 30-minute time block that I had for myself. So I said, Stephanie, you have to commit to your wellness. If you want to be well, you have to do something different. And that goes for you too, my friend. If you want to see and feel a difference in your body, in your lab work, your energy levels, your interactions, your personality, showing up as your full self, something has to change. And change starts with me, change starts with you. So this is what I did. I started getting up before my class. And y'all, it sucked. If I'm teaching a 5:30 a.m. class, that means I need to be here by 5:10. I prefer to be here at 5, but it's early and I have to get my workout in. So I'm usually here by 5:10. Okay? So that's like, okay, if I want to work out for 30 minutes, what time do I have to get up to account for putting my clothes on, getting my water together, moving my body, getting refreshed in between my workout and getting to the studio? How's that going to look, right? So I started slowly. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. And so now I put my clothes out that I'm going to work out in the night before. I get my water together, my amino acids for my energy levels, get everything set to go. My toothbrush, like the 5:30 a.m. Stephanie, the 3:45 a.m. Stephanie happens the night before. Like I am prepared the night before, right? So the first time I started getting up earlier, it was hard. I was tired. I said, oh, can I do it? Can I do it? And guess what? I did it again. And I did it again. And I did it again. So the first 1 to 2 weeks was hard. But after that first month, I started to look forward to it. And then it went into 2 months and 3 months. And other people are like, Stephanie, what are you doing different? You know what I did different? I made time for me. Devotion, meditation, mindful movement. Do I run every day? No. Do I cycle every day? No. Do I do Pilates or physical yoga movements every day? No. But I take the yoga practice off the mat. Taking care of myself, compassion, honesty, taking care of others, showing up as my best self, like living the 8-limb path of yoga. Look that up if you haven't had an opportunity to, because yoga is more than meditation. Yoga is more than the poses you see. Yoga is a lifestyle. Yeah. So started getting up earlier, and I haven't looked back. I've been consistently getting up early for almost 2 years, and I don't ever want to go back. It's awful starting over. Like, if you've started something and you were in it, and then it was like life was lifing, and then you fell off the wagon per se. I don't want to ever fall off the wagon. I will continue to get up. Even when my sleep is impacted, I continue to get up because I know how my life has changed, right? For the better. On the outside, on the inside. Mental health, spiritual health, physical health. My numbers are great as far as my labs go. My vital signs are great. Hypertension runs in my family, right? And as a person of color, like we are known, if you're a person of color, I don't know. Like as a person of color, historically, the data shows that Black and brown people, particularly Black people, have high blood pressure, right? Diabetes, right? Kidney disease. I'm not going to die from that. Like that's not going to kill me. I am going to transition from natural causes, longevity, health and wellness. So going back to the topic of discussion, everybody has time. You have time. My friend, you got to make time. If you don't make time for your wellness, you're going to make time for your sickness. And sickness is what's truly expensive, time-wise, physiologically, and financially. Make time for your wellness. Invest. Nutrition, movement, mental health services, meditation. What is this? YouTube? It's free. Maybe you have a subscription, but there's so many trainers, teachers that are offering you content at zero cost. You have a cell phone, right? You have a tablet, and maybe everybody doesn't, right? But there you can walk in your neighborhood. There are things you can do to get started on the wellness journey. It doesn't have to be an hour. It doesn't have to be 2 hours. I prescribe this to my patients, and I subscribe to it myself, and I teach it to my yoga and Pilates students. You know why I teach this? Because it works. It works. 15 minutes a day. That's all you need. 15 minutes. And you can break it up into 5-minute increments. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at lunch, 5 minutes in the evening. Maybe you time block it. You put it on your work calendar where you're unavailable for 5 minutes. That could be movement. You could be journaling. You could meditate. Maybe that's prepping, your lunch. Maybe you don't get to eat breakfast because you're so busy. You're going to block out 15 minutes. This is my morning break. I'm going to eat. I have a stepper. Like for those of us that have trouble getting our steps in, Amazon has steppers available from like $50 to $100. I have a stepper under my desk. Step it out. Walking pad. Things that you can invest in that don't take a lot of space, don't take a lot of time. But the thing, my friend, is you have to start. You have to say that you're ready. You are ready to take control of your health and your wellness. Say no to sickness. Say no to disease. Say no to lack. Say no to putting yourself at the bottom of the list. You are important. You are worthy. When you take care of yourself, you feel better, you look better, your sleeping's better. Like overall, things are better. But you have to decide. You have to look at that 24 hours in a day and say, when can I time block? When can I put 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 15 minutes? Commit to it. Get up early. Yes, it sucks. I'm a witness. But then it doesn't suck as bad. And then it doesn't suck at all. And then you enjoy it. And if you're coming to group classes, it's a community. People are encouraging, engaging. At our studio, our app has an opportunity where you can message each other, like be on like a messenger. So just check in with your friends. How's it going? I haven't seen you lately. Or, excuse me, when you sign up for classes on the app, you can send to your friend and say, hey, friend, I'm coming. Would love for you to join me. Community. We can't do life alone. Time is finite. You only have so much time in a day. You only have so much time on earth. What are you going to do with the time that you have? How are you going to live? Do you want to be well? My hope is yes. So I invite you to start today. Jump on our YouTube channel here. We have all these videos, chair yoga, restorative yoga, gentle yoga, power yoga. We have Pilates. We have tutorials, meditations. I invite you to become a part of the ISY fam virtually from home. We have a live stream membership. If you're local, come on in for classes. YouTube is free. Save some money. We're in inflation times, right? Take care of yourself. Start today. Start today. If you have kids, nieces, nephews, partners, show them a different way. Show them that health and wellness is important. Prevention, prevention, prevention. You are important. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is self-preservation. So start today. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share the channel with a friend. If you have questions, comments, if you need some support in starting your wellness practice and blocking out that 15 minutes, those 5-minute blocks times 3, comment below. I'm happy to share some information with you. I am a life coach in addition to a yoga instructor and a business owner, nurse practitioner, and whatnot. So happy to be of support. Y'all have a super day, and I'll see y'all in the next morning chat.